Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first interview with the streamer of the month. Sit down, crack open your mandatory can of boomer juice, and come along for the ride into the world of otterly. How are you doing today, Mr. Otterly?
Doing good.
Yes? Good?
Bueno.
Bueno? Mucho bueno? Well, so there is no easy way to start this. So, how is your day going so far? It's 8 a.m. for you?
Yeah. It's not too bad. A little tired, but worth it for being up.
Worth it for being up. Fair enough. So, what do you think the first question of the day is going to be?
Not sure. I looked at some of the ones that we had lined up as far as what the...
Oh, the random ones in a I've got some of those, and I've got some surprise ones from other people that weren't in that chat.
Oh,
and some,
okay.
And some from myself. So, we'll
okay.
Boss already coming in with one. But we'll come to questions from chat later on. So,
I'm a Taurus. I like long walks on the beach.
So, tell me a bit about yourself, like personally, like how old you are, like where you're from, like country-wise, if you're not like comfortable sharing much else, but like don't dox yourself, obviously.
Right. So my real name is Christian. Spelled differently than you'd normally think.
Christian.
I'm 27. From USA and Illinois. More specifically, I guess, around cornfields and stuff, not in like near Chicago or anything like that. Been streaming for about half a year, a little bit longer, but not as consistently since I got my new place. Actually, it's been about a year now.
Yep.
Thinking about it. So, yeah, that's kind of me.
Okay. How old are you exactly?
27.
27. You're getting up there.
Yeah, I'm basically the crypt keeper.
Well, I mean, it's not that far, but you know, it's starting to get there.
I can feel the Grim Reaper's icy touch already.
Oh no! Careful with that. That might just be Jan.
Oh, well, that's a little different.
Yeah. So from that, like you said, it's been about a year since you started streaming, more or less.
Yeah.
How long since you've had affiliate, my friend?
Oh, I've had affiliate for about 4 months now, I think.
4 months. Not bad, solid. About the same as me.
Yeah. I got it. I think it was about a week or two after you got your affiliate.
Yeah. I do. Yes, that seems about right. Yeah. So, what inspired you to start streaming? In like the general sense, what originally started it all?
When I originally started streaming, it was just over my my PlayStation. That's probably like a lot of my original art was all with like a PlayStation controller. Just because it had the Twitch app and it was super easy just to hit the button and start streaming.
And sometimes you'd accidentally knock it and broadcast yourself doing lewd things.
Luckily, I didn't have the webcam for the PlayStation, so that never came up.
Fuck! I wanted some old clips.
Yeah, nice try.
Damn it! Well, you gotta try. So was that it? Just like PlayStation, easy to go live.
Yeah, that was it, kind of. Like, my another one of my friends, he streamed kind of off and on as well. I didn't really watch much Twitch back then.
Okay.
I would just, if I was going to play, I wasn't playing with someone specifically or for a specific reason, then I would just do that, throw it up, and then if anyone hopped in, then, well, I didn't really have many followers or anything like that. It was mostly just friends and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. So, like... So we've just covered what made you start to stream. What like is there someone specifically you look up to in the streaming community? Like it could be like the most big streamer out there, like Ninja, Syndicate, or like any of the top brass of streaming, or someone that's lower but seems high to you. Like, is there any specific people that like make you want to do certain things with your stream, or?
So yeah, there's a few different streamers. I'll name just a few on kind of both ends of the spectrum. When I first started watching streamers, the first one that I really kind of gravitated towards was Tim the Tatman. Super popular guy, and
He's
just
his
super
own
fun to watch.
personality. Yeah.
Yes, he's very enjoyable. He's very much a personality that you could watch without him having to play a game.
Mm.
He just kind of has that
That flair.
Exactly.
Yes.
Another one of the bigger ones and a friend of his is Dr. Lupo.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he kind of got me. I kind of like his perspective on a lot of things. And he kind of led me eventually, because I didn't realize at first that he played Tarkov as well.
Oh, does he?
He does.
Oh.
So the way that kind of started was that he played Tarkov one night, and he played with Clean. Clean's another big one that I watch. That kind of got me more into the Tarkov community, since he plays that. At the time he played that almost exclusively.
Mm.
From there, that led me to Scav with an M4, now Sensei Scav.
Yeah.
And he's
formerly with an M4.
Yeah, formerly with an M4. And then he's been pretty much like the driving force, and more so it led me to respect the smaller streamers a little bit more than some of the big ones. Like, they definitely put in the work to get to be where they're at for the big ones, but you can really see the work from the smaller streamers as they're trying really hard every day to get up there. So Sensei would be a big shout out to him for doing that.
Okay. Well, see, I knew of these, like the Tim the Tatman and Dr. Lupo. I didn't know they played Tarkov. Like, I don't particularly watch their content either. I know of them, but I didn't really I don't really watch their content. So that's quite a different perspective from what I have, which is quite cool to see that you're getting your inspirations from elsewhere.
Yeah, it's kind of been all over the place.
Okay, a bit of out of left field, but still in the same theme. What games or content, like specific games or just general content or specific genres of games, do you find the most fun to stream?
I try to make my stream a little bit of a variety, which, like, in all honesty, hurts the stream more than probably anything else, which I think a lot of people have to struggle with, even the bigger ones, where if you're coined as that's your game, then,
that guy.
then you're kind of stuck in that role. In general, my favorite games are usually first-person shooters, which is generally what I stream. Between Tarkov, Insurgency, Modern Warfare here soon will be on my stream,
along with me,
along with you. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've been doing a little bit of Destiny off of my Xbox, just because I don't have a capture card yet, and I also have done some MMOs because I played WoW Classic. So a little bit of that. I used to stream Heroes of the Storm a little bit.
Dead game.
Yeah, dead game. Fun game, but dead game.
Yeah. No, I ain't gonna knock it. I'm just saying, like the amount of people that still either play or watch it is like very minimal at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the support behind the game has just died off. So
yeah,
you can legitimately say dead game.
Yeah, for sure.
Without really offending the masses.
No, they know what they're getting into if they're still playing.
So yeah. I think, like, on that note, I think diversifying your stream early on is, like, the key to having a variety in stuff you do. Because, I mean, if you look at Ninja, for example, before he left Twitch, at certain points he did try and play other games, but his views were just, like, I've looked into this and just on some random research, like on a research binge. So his views and like interaction would dip so much when he changed game from Fortnite. Like you can tell, like his audience is purely just Fortnite, and like that's what you get if you build a community off of variety and just like you as a person. Then that opens it up to when if you do make it like big, then that's going to be a lot easier to roll into different games and different communities and sort of have more of a bigger welcome than let's say Ninja jumping onto Dead by Daylight, for example.
Right. Yeah, and I think it also has to do a lot with like the age group that kind of caters to you also. Like
yes.
Ninjas traditionally is
of
a
course.
lot of younger kids.
Yes. Yeah.
So they don't understand and
they don't get the personality aspect of streaming more than say the like 20 to 40 range does. Age wise, like I'm not bashing. I've met some really really mature kids, but the majority of them it's gonna be that it's just like all flashy, bright colors, shooty. It's a good time.
Yeah. This man on the internet plays the game I like to play. Why isn't he playing my game?
Yeah. But yeah, as I said, like diversifying early is definitely if you want that sort of thing and stuff not to get stale. Like I give props to people that can just stay on the same game forever and stream nearly daily. I'll give props to them because I cannot do that. And like you'll see some of the bigger people who do, they'll get burnt out and they'll just disappear off of social media for like 2 months at a time, and it's just like, well, yeah, but you kind of dug your own grave on that one.
Yeah, for sure. Like Tarkov, I love that game, and it's I mean, it was probably the thing that really got me to affiliate. Honestly, like of all the games I played, like it has a great community, and all the people who are playing it are awesome. However, like it's just a tough game for me to just grind out like every day. Like
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I think it falls into the category of games which is a bit more psychologically damaging.
Yeah.
When you're just like, fuck, I just lost all my stuff again. What am I gonna do?
Yeah, and just kind of the state of the game it's in right now too. I think after the wipe, I'm gonna kind of go back at it pretty hard.
Fresh, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that'll be probably the best experience of it for that.
Yeah, and experiencing all the new shit they add as well, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely, new engine and everything else.
Hello, chat. We do see you. We do have chat open. By the way, at any point, if you wanna just go live on your stream, that's completely fine.
Yeah, probably not, but that's fine.
It's up to you. I'm just giving you the option if you do want it.
Alright.
Right, so that was one question. Okay, Jesus. I hope you don't have anything planned today.
Nope, schedule's clear.
Model, yeah, we've done that one. What is your eventual goal as a content creator or streamer? Do you want to, let's say, to start off the question, diversify into like making like maybe like highlights on YouTube, or what's your eventual goal with your stream?
Kind of the goal from the get-go, it was just to do it for fun. That's changed a little bit more as like I was able to attain affiliate. So I would like to see it obviously go higher from there.
Partner.
Yeah, I don't necessarily plan on doing much like YouTube or other media outlets as far as that goes. I just don't have the time or the energy to put in that extra work. Honestly.
It is a lot of extra shit.
Yeah, so what I guess I plan on doing going forward with my stream once I'm able to, I want to be upgrading my PC again. I've kind of been looking into that and working with some other streamers and friends of streamers to kind of get a new setup in the works. Um, that way, I'm more able to stream and play off the same rig and so forth.
Okay, so that's diversifying and your goals for your stream. When, like, off of your goals, when do you think you've made it? As in, how would you say? I'm up there. Like, I am. I don't like, as much as I hate to say it, like internet famous or some shit like that. At what point do you say, okay, I'm at a point where I never thought I'd get, and that's like, what else do I do?
Right. I would say for me personally, and actually using yourself as an example, like you've already built that community, the family up pretty well. Like, I mean, we both got affiliated around the same time. And I mean, just comparatively, like just off numbers alone, yours has been very successful.
I wouldn't say, like, I wouldn't say comparatively it's been very successful because, like, I've not I'm not putting you to shame or anything. Like, don't think of it as this. I don't sleep that much, so I managed to put in a lot more work on the back end, like networking and like just hours live.
Yeah.
So you can't really compare. We did get a video at the same time, more or less, like a week or two away, give or take.
Right.
But you can't, like, as much as we could, it's not healthy to.
Oh yeah, and I didn't mean it like in that kind of way. I mean,
oh yeah, no.
It's also just the different ways that like each of us do streams as well. Like, for example, like you do the community games, which is very, very good. Like,
yeah,
they're fun. It's interactive.
It pulls in a lot of people.
Absolutely. So, for me, like I kind of said, going forward, I'm just going to kind of play the games that I want to.
Yeah.
And then I would say that once I quote unquote made it, would be if I'm able to build up that same type of consistent community, come in, hang out. I don't really foresee or plan on like really putting in a crazy amount of time to try to burn towards partner, and then like as much as I'd love to make a career out of this, just to be kind of realistic about it with kind of like my state of affairs personally and whatnot. That's, if it happens, absolutely, like that'd be amazing.
Yes.
But it's going to be more of a slow goal for me. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't,
in the long run sort of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Fair enough. What's your plans for your stream? So what's your, like, I don't want to say roadmap, but what's your plan for the future of your stream? Like, what do you have anything that people are to look forward to on your stream, or like any specific thing you want to start doing? Not to put you on the spot or anything.
Yeah. Really, anything with my stream, I'm always happy to play with people. So that's something that some streamers like to do, some don't.
Yeah.
And it's fine either way. I really prefer playing with people pretty much in any game that I play. So I'm always up for that. Coming up soon, I'm going to I want to get the new Modern Warfare, which should be pretty fun.
Which he's going to be playing with me.
Yep. So everyone get ready
for some Daddy and Otterly cheek clapping on that.
Yep. Many cheeks will be clapped.
Yes.
And then past that, at some point, I'd like to be doing like a once a month or something where there's a giveaway for the community. more or less, I'm just waiting for that to build up more before I do that. Um, as much as I love the people who are coming in daily and hanging out and whatnot, I wanted to give it a better chance for everyone to get something potentially.
Yeah, you want to let more people filter in, then start giving people stuff
Exactly.
back. Yeah, I get that. Like, I haven't done that many game giveaways. Mostly thanks to Brian, who I think is in the chat right now.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I have sound
Right.
off and I'll leave right away. Bye.
But like, I totally understand that you want to get more people in, and like raring to go
You're
to
a
get
wizard, Harry.
the
ASLO, weep woo.
text to speech. It depends how bad it gets. I might have to turn it off, but we'll see. We'll see.
Thank you for the bits, Ella.
Yes, thank you. But like, I just sort of, that's part of the way I want to like build my community. Which I'm not like saying it's completely wrong. Like, I'm saying I want to do it when there's a few people, and also when there's a fucking absurd amount of people.
Right.
So not just in like my community specifically, I want to give other people's communities like a chance, which is why most of the time it's been on community days when we've been playing those viewer games, when like just random people that don't even follow me or aren't going to follow me come in and get a chance to grab a game on their way past, because it's not just about giving back to my community, it's giving back to everyone.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I meant too. Like, it just anyone who were to, if I had enough at the point in time to kind of stop by, give them a reason to stay, and also just kind of provide that and whatnot.
So, were you informed about the shirts coming off?
I anticipated it, yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I was not. I have to
That's
say.
a lucky noodle right there.
Yeah, it is.
Dan won.
Goddamn lucky noodle. What a noodle. And oh my god, I think like shirt alone we'd get banned for doing that sort of thing. So we'll try and avoid that. You can tune in later on our Pornhub stream account. That will be spicy.
Yeah. Like, literally, we'll have
Yes.
peppers and everything. It's gonna get weird.
So I'm gonna start sprinkling in some questions from the Discord and the random questions within my own. So from Adequate Joffrey. Yes, are you ready for this one?
I'm ready.
River otter or sea otter? Which would win in a Monday night Raw SmackDown live matchup?
So, in that particular situation, that would absolutely be the sea otter. Or sea otters are 2 to 3 times bigger than a river otter. And while river otters are known to be more territorial, just the extra girth from a sea otter, I believe, would be adequate in a Monday Night SmackDown situation.
More than adequate.
Mm-hmm.
And a follow-up question from him was, which one wins your affection more?
So I've had the blessing, I guess, to have been around 3 separate small-clawed Asian otters.
I saw that. Pictures are on Twitter, boys. Go check them out.
Yeah.
They're fucking cute as fuck.
Actually, 4 different otters. And those are just river otters from Southeast Asia. And they're great. However, one I would really love to see in person a sea otter. Most of the pictures that you see of the ones that are like floating on their backs, those are all sea otters. They're the only ones that can do kind of the back floating.
The back floating.
Yes. So
the lazy otter.
Exactly.
Yes. Stay hydrated. So from no hacks, just jelly. We've got. How did you get the name otterly?
So,
And no, Dan, we are not in China. Refrain from that, please.
so we when I first started using otterly, obviously it's related to otters, and it's also kind of a pun, like utterly.
Yep.
From there, I worked with a friend of mine who I still work with actually in real life. She streams occasionally. She hasn't much lately, but we kind of brainstormed on what I'd wanted to go to be going forward. Before it was just my old gamer tag from PlayStation or from Xbox, which is essentially the same, because that's what I stream from primarily, anyways. Once I got into Streamlabs and got my OBS set up and everything, I kind of wanted to rebrand everything. So that's where the otterly came in, because I like puns, play on words. If anyone asks, puns are the most sophisticated form of comedy. Don't at me.
Or do.
Or don't. And from there, the narcoleptic gamer, in real life, I have sleeping issues. I don't have straight up narcolepsy, but I have been known throughout my entire life that I will pass out during games with friends, school, work, pretty much every time, like anywhere. So there's a bunch of old school pictures of me, like
Passed out.
where,
Which will eventually come out on Twitter when you get internet famous.
yeah.
Just, oh my god, look at this guy!
But like, I was literally like, I remember I was in English class and composition, typing up a paper. I was mid-type and I fell asleep, and my friend got a picture of it.
Fair enough. Well, coming back to the personal questions, Big Boss asked at the start of the stream, are you single and ready to mingle?
Yes.
You heard it here first, boss. Get him while he's hot.
Sliding these DMs, baby.
Well, Dan, you can't really call dibs on a man, especially not utterly.
Yeah, I'm not just a slab of meat.
Yeah, he's my slab of meat, but not just.
Please ignore the kitten tail that keeps going
Yes,
by.
so coming to the kitten that seems to be becoming a bigger part of your streams lately.
Yeah,
As of last night, I actually heard a giant meow in the microphone. So what's the story behind it?
So her name's Otto. She was a rescue that a buddy of mine, his wife works at the a local like emergency center for pets. Like, she's kind of like a pet surgeon.
A vet.
Yes. Well, not quite a vet. It's a little bit different. But essentially, they had got Otto in, and at the time she was super, super young. So they raised her, like bottle fed her and stuff till she was old enough, and then she went to she was being fostered to another family. Well, a little bit of time went by, like a month or two, and the family that had her previously couldn't keep her anymore. I believe the situation was that they had the cat. Landlord found out they weren't supposed to have the cat, had to get rid of the cat.
Yeah, always make sure you can have a cat in the place you're staying, guys, because that's never a good situation when it eventually turns out you're fucked. Especially not for the cat.
So,
or the dog. Or the bird.
Once that happened, as soon as I heard that they had gotten the cat back, I decided that I was going to keep her. So here she is. And she's mean.
She's a lean, mean fighting machine.
Yep.
And she likes to chew on cables.
And she does. Annoyingly so. But she's still young.
Just backtracking a little bit, with the old username, Akrav asks, what are your old/rejected usernames and their origins?
So, I'll go back to probably the oldest one I can remember because I've only had a few. I've been pretty consistent with my names. So my old one on Xbox, way before streaming or anything, was called Deadly Gears, and that was because I played Gears of War a lot.
Is that your favorite game of all time, or?
No, just at the time
Okay.
I was really, really into it. And then past that, like my Xbox and PlayStation, I went off the name of Thuron. Was just kind of a original name. I didn't really have a basis off of it. It was just a name I used for MMOs, and then I decided just to change it all to that. And that's what it's been for years, up until I changed it to the Otterly Narcoleptic Gamer, or Otterly for short.
Mm-hmm. That's follow up to my own question that I did plan previously, but kind of got jammed in there. What is your favorite game of all time, or game franchise if you don't have a specific one?
That's a tough one. Favorite game of all time. Of time that I've put into a game and played it consistently, and that has a special place in my heart, I'd probably have to say it'd be Halo 2, because the time I put into that game on live was obscene, and I only wish I could see how many hours I had played of it.
Trust me, you don't.
Yeah, it would be pretty disgusting. So that one is definitely like the basis of all, or most of the first-person shooter stuff that I do now. Like that,
the root of your gamer corruption.
Yeah, that one definitely. Like I played games before that were first-person shooters and whatnot. Like I had a PlayStation 2 for a long time, and I played the old school like Battlefield 2 and stuff like that.
Did you ever play Vigilante 8?
Hell yes.
Now that was a game.
I actually had.
It was a Chinese rip-off of a different game. I can't.
64.
And it was like, if you've ever played the I can't remember the name of it now, but I played it back in the day. I played the game it was based off of, and that game is absolute garbage in comparison.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Vigilante 8 was a fun game. I played that a shit ton.
What? Keeping on the game theme, what's your favorite kind of game? First and second, so I'm guessing FPS is pretty up there for you.
Yeah, FPSs are definitely like my go-to. Kind of tied to FPS and MMO. If there had to be a third one, would be kind of like especially if I'm doing single player stuff, action adventure style, like Uncharted, one of my favorite series.
Yeah.
And what's it called? Man, I can't think of the name of it.
Like Uncharted, Far Cry.
It was the one. No.
I'm just trying to think of similar games.
It was the one where the everyone's in the future. There's a bacteria.
A bacteria.
Yeah, you played as Joel. The other character's name was Ellie.
Oh, The Last of Us.
Yes, Last of Us.
Yes.
One of my favorite games, for sure.
Do not redeem narwhals, or I will absolutely kill you. So yeah, no, The Last of Us is definitely a solid game. It touched many a gamer's stone cold hearts.
Yeah.
And the fucking
definitely.
Giraffes, man.
They were majestic.
They were the
giraffes
most
really
magnificent cunts ever. We've got So we've got 2 questions from Ella.
Okay.
They're a bit out of the blue compared to all the other questions, but so the first one is, what would you do if someone gave you an elephant and you can't get rid of it?
Then I would find some land where I could have a fucking pet elephant. Next question.
Would you rather have built-in cameras on your toes or speakers in your fingers?
Speakers in my fingers.
Any reasoning to that?
Cameras on my toes. I'm gonna have socks or something on anyways most of the time.
See, that was exactly my answer to it.
Yeah. The speakers on my fingers, I could just plug my ears and then also have music.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Daddy, real quick, this is for you, as far as just to show you.
Oh, the man has it on his desk.
I got it ready to
What
go.
a guy! There was also
fucking-
a PS2 version. Did you know
come
that?
to the fucking States. I'm ready to pop this bitch out all
Oh,
day.
hell yeah. Fucking stream that shit as well. Oh,
I do have an HDMI
output.
for my
Oh,
64.
mate. Oh. Now I need to do like a massive sellout stream to buy my ticket to America. But like as I said before, I've said this before on stream, if I ever did go to America, I'd want it to make it like its own thing and just like
Sure.
tour not tour the entirety of America, but tour streamers. So
Yeah.
pop into your stream, pop into like Jan's stream, like Davis maybe if he's up for it, like all that sort of jazz, and just co-host their stream for like a live show or 2.
Yeah, that'd be badass. Well,
Hell yeah!
if you ever make it and stay here, Casa de Otterly is always open to Daddy,
Ooh.
amongst other things.
Oh. Wow. I think we're ready to take some questions from Twitch chat, don't you think?
Let's do it.
So, if you've got any questions in Twitch chat, submit them now whilst we answer this one. Otterly, is that your Sonic figurine in the background?
I'm so glad you asked, actually. Bear with me just a moment. I'll get it so it's a little bit closer.
Mhm.
It's about like 15 pounds or so.
Jesus.
It's from a company called First Four Figures, who I've been following for a long time now.
Is this
Actually-
is this a sponsor or?
It is not. If you want to, First Four Figures, hit me up sometime. We'll work something
Hell
out.
yeah.
So give me just a moment.
By the way, this man is up at like 8, like 7:30 in the morning to do this interview with us. So drop the man some love. Drop him a follow, please.
All right. So I just want to show you what this thing can do first off.
Okay, I didn't know it was like interactive and shit. Oh my
Yeah.
god, look at it!
So it is a absolute unit. So-
Yes, it is.
So first off, the sign spins.
No, it doesn't.
Get back.
There's a kitty on it. Is that one of the features?
It's a fucking curse, is what it is. Get back, Momo. Go on now, get. So the sign spins.
And it lights up. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. Oh my god. That is nerdgasm, like, in a nutshell.
Yep. And as you can imagine, it's such a fine piece of collectors. It was quite expensive.
Yeah, no, I can imagine.
If you're really interested, one sec. Let me put this back. I got another one. Have you played the Dark Souls games?
No, I have not. That is still on my to play list.
Okay.
Like
Well-
I'm in on all the memes, but I've never played it. No.
Okay. Well, you'd probably appreciate it more if you did. But I have just recently gotten the Ornstein statue, which is one of the bosses from the original
Okay.
Dark Souls. And it is massive. I've not actually gotten out yet, mostly because of the kitten. But the box goes up to my chest.
Damn.
Yeah, so if you guys are interested, at the end of the interview, I can show you guys the box that it's in at least.
Jesus.
But let
That
me put,
is insane.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. Let me put Sonic back real quick.
Uh-huh. The cat in the background. Do we eat Oreos with mayonnaise? I don't know. I'll ask him. But yeah, if you've got any questions in chat, be sure to ask them. So, Evelyn Lynn has... there's a kitty attacking you from your chair.
Yeah, that's what you do.
She's now the king of the world. Anyway, she's asking, do you guys eat Oreos with mayonnaise?
No, but fun story. I have tried Oreos and ketchup. It is not good.
Okay, you can't just say that. I need the story.
There's not really much of a story to it. Amongst my affection for otters and animals and things like that, ketchup is also a near and dear thing to my heart. So I've tried a lot of things with ketchup. Most people would. There's been a recent term coined at my local game store about me.
Oh
It's called
no.
It's called food criminal. So yeah, ketchup's a mainstay at the house.
I could just
But-
imagine like opening coming to your place, opening the fridge, and there's just this massive 2-liter bottle of ketchup out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's pretty. There's a lot of it. Like, ketchup and Oreos, not good. Ketchup and Snickerdoodle cookies, it's not bad.
Okay, so if I was to offer you $1 million or a lifetime supply of ketchup, which would you choose?
$1 million.
Yes.
But there would be a set amount of that funding going straight to ketchup.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I can't argue with that logic. When was the last time you drank olive oil? What are these questions, guys? Make them better. Really? Is that all you can come up with? Let's ask him some weird and wacky questions. When's the last time you touched your toe? Like, not just any toe, the middle one. Gotta think about it, don't you?
Yeah. It's been a while. Middle toe doesn't get that much attention, unfortunately.
Probably the last time I touched mine was last time I cut my nails.
There you go.
Easy enough to answer. I'm not asking that, R6. What's your favourite console? Like, excluding PC. Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, all that jazz.
It really just depends on, like, it kind of goes back and forth, like, as games come out and things get better. Right now, I'm probably back in more of an Xbox swing as far as consoles go. That's going to change in January when a game for the Switch comes out. The Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. I'm going to be playing that with a lot of friends. And then PlayStation is always great with the more exclusive single player games like Last of Us and so on. So once those come out, if like The Last of Us 2 eventually, then I'll be back into those as well. So it just kind of varies.
Okay. Like, I've got another follow-up question for that, but just to clarify, that's not a green German flag. That is a Kyrgyzstani flag made to look like that kind of flag. But it is our sub flag. All the names of our subs are on there. So yeah, just to clarify, it's not that kind of flag. But yeah. So you mentioned Final Fantasy in that.
Yep.
I've never even like attempted to get into Final Fantasy as like from a perspective of someone who's never even like watched a playthrough of it. Try and sell that to me.
Oh, jeez. Well, of that game in particular, or of all Final Fantasy?
Just the franchise in general.
So the franchise in general, just a quick and dirty of it. Each of the games generally don't have like reoccurring characters or their own kind of stories. There's a few exceptions to that, but without getting into the specifics, they kind of have in their beginnings they have kind of the typical like D&D style classes, as far as like you have a warrior, paladin, dark knights, things like that. And then from there, you kind of work your way up to more modern games like Final Fantasy VII is a very popular one. And the big draw with all Final Fantasies, I would say, would be that the character development and the stories are very good. And they have a lot of different versions to them. They have MMOs based around Final Fantasy,
Yeah.
mobile games. Hell, there's pretty much everything. But yeah, if you're getting for a long game that's single player, a lot of the Final Fantasies are really good. Crystal Chronicles is one of those that it was originally one of the games that you had to play on a GameCube, but all the controllers were Game Boy Advances.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to hook it up, and then everyone had to play off their Game Boy Advance. And kind of go.
I remember those days.
Yeah,
It's like
it was
trying
kind of
to.
a pain in the ass,
It was
but-
trying to link up the Nintendo DSs as well. Just like it work.
Yeah. So it ended up being a pain in the ass, but like it kind of has a nostalgia factor to it.
Oh, okay, the Zoomy cat.
Yeah, cat's going nuts.
Where was Boss? He had like 14 questions apparently. But would you rather have a cone-shaped head or a Pinocchio nose?
Cat's destroying everything I love. Oh, Jan's here.
Oh shit! Hey, John. Well, you made it. It's currently 3 in the afternoon, and you were streaming. You started your stream at 5 a.m. my time. You know. But how are you doing today? And right, that kind of just deviated.
Thank you, Daddy.
Rampage, love your face. Welcome to the family. That just diverted the entire conversation.
Jan has that effect on people. I understand.
I had a question in my head for you, but fuck, now I've forgotten. A bit more back to the personal questions.
Mm.
What's your favourite type of alcohol? What do you use to get crunk?
So, if it's just a straight single alcohol, it would be probably whiskey. If I'm like going
What kind
somewhere,
of whiskey?
I like Crown Royal quite a bit. If we're going somewhere and I want to get drunk quick, I drink pretty much exclusively Long Island's.
Oh, yes. You are speaking my language, my friend. Long Island's are absolutely fucking delicious. They taste like iced tea, but will get you fucked up, my friend.
Yeah, that's my go-to. I like mixed drinks mostly. The stronger the better.
Like, the thing is with Long Island iced teas, you can taste that they're strong, but they're that strong that you can't really... It doesn't really bother you.
Yeah,
It's a weird combination.
Yeah, they've definitely got me pretty messed up in the past. I don't drink way too much anymore, though. Occasionally.
Fair enough. Well, I think it's just appropriate that we ask, because Jan's here, but what is your favourite meal? Put the ketchup aside for a second.
Yeah. I'd probably say maybe kind of a cop out, I guess, but I really enjoy pizza. I can't ever really go wrong with that.
I mean, you can't. No, I do agree.
We have a local pizza place here. That's just like with our town kind of deal.
Yeah.
And there's probably
A
bias to it,
local.
obviously, but it's very, very good.
But pizza. My foodie needs to know what kind of pizza. Okay, I'm your man here. What kind of pizza?
Oh, geez, she's going full in. Okay, so
Don't worry about what Jan's asking. Just in general, what kind of pizza? Like meaty, veggie, like all
I like the meat for sure. Not big of a fan of the veggies. Most of it is like I believe technically it's like New York style. But they have they put a lot of cheese on it, and it's I don't really know how to explain it. It's not like normal, like if you go to Domino's or some shit like that, where the cheese is on there. This one, the cheese is all like, it's all together.
It's all handcrafted and hand grated and smothered in the chef's balls for a day.
Yes, it's free range cheese. They let it roll across the plains, and it's never been caged.
So what you're saying is you like priest's dick cheese on your pizza?
I mean, if you put words in my mouth, I guess, but
I mean, I ain't putting shit in your mouth yet.
Okay, good. But yeah, generally as far as toppings go, I'm kind of a plain person. I much enjoy pepperoni, just a shit ton of it. But I can kind of do whatever. Anyway, anything meat wise. And I, not with this local pizza place, but for like chain places, if I'm forced to, I can have pineapple on pizza.
Wait, excuse me, repeat that?
I have had and can eat pineapple on pizza.
I think we need to end the interview here. No, I'm joking.
Right.
I'm joking. So Boss is back. I think he had a couple of questions for us. I think you triggered like half the chat.
Yeah, that is a hot take.
That's spicy topic. If you pardon the pun. I got a noodle. No, I'm not asking you for noodles, boss. I'm asking you the questions that you had, because you said you had like 40, and you wanted some Twitch questions. So here's your opportunity, my friend. I can't believe you just lolled me. Do you play Minecraft?
No.
Easy answer. There you go. Well, don't do that, Dan. That's a bit of an exaggeration. What was the first... Oh, well, that's a good one. What was the first console you ever played?
First console I ever played was the original Nintendo Entertainment System.
What was the first game on that console? If you remember.
I don't. I know I had the light gun, so I played Duck Hunt and shit like that.
The fucking dog.
Yeah, fuck that dog.
Fucking cunt.
Let's see. I do remember the first game I ever beat, but that was on Super Nintendo. That was Aladdin.
There's like 20,000 Aladdin games, and they're all fucking garbage.
The one I played was...
But like one or two. Bit of a more arcadey one, but did you ever play Dance Dance Revolution? And if so, were you ever any good at it?
No and no.
Okay.
I knew where my skills lied, and DDR was not where that was.
So back onto the more personal questions again. Jumping back to mine for a bit. Whilst people get the Fortnuts and the weak as fuck out of their systems. I think that's a good idea for a bit. Like, think of better questions, guys. Yeah? Because otherwise we ain't going to get very far.
Yep.
So, back on a more personal note. What do you do as a living, if you feel free to reveal that?
Yeah, I work as quality assurance for a local TV, phone, and internet provider. And basically, like, if you ever call into any kind of bigger company and it has the whole this message or this call will be recorded for quality assurance, that's what I do. So I go through recordings.
You're that person.
Yep, but I do it for
You're the invisible person.
Yeah,
You're the guy behind those calls that's making sure they're actually doing their job properly.
Yep, doing their job, not cussing at customers, things like that.
Yeah. And how bad is that job?
It's not too bad. It's super easy, and I get paid pretty well. So
fair enough.
It's
fair
boring
enough.
as shit. I mean, I'll be straightforward with
that. Yeah, you're the reason Jan got fired from those jobs. That's a good one. Right, do you have any more actual, like, real questions, chat? Or are they all like just, do you play Fortnite or stuff like that? R6 was never imprisoned. Cookies, just ask, and like, if we pick it, if it hasn't already been said, we'll pick it. So just like fire off some questions.
Yeah, have at me.
He's an open door. Feel free to enter. What system build do you have? So what computer rig do you have at the minute?
Give me just a second on that. I'm not a good streamer. I don't have it memorized. I apologize.
I don't either. I just refer to what's in my like underneath the stream. He is 27.
Yeah, 27.
Yes. I did
So
remember.
right now, I built this computer probably about 3 or 4 years ago now. It's a Intel computer. It's a i5 7500. Uh, I have DDR4. Currently, I'm rocking a kind of a hand-me-down 980. Um, just because at the time when I was looking at buying cards, that's when the whole fucking data mining,
Oh, yeah,
Bitcoin mining was really big, so everything got super
the
inflated,
crypto
so.
boom.
Yep. So I've not really got anything since then, and it's been fine as far as that goes. But that's where I'm going to look to upgrade. And I think I'm going to go AMD next.
Well, I wish you good luck with that, good sir. Are you ready for a quick fire round?
Yep.
Pancakes versus waffles.
Waffles, they hold the syrup.
Cats versus dogs.
Dogs more so. I'm a fan of all animals.
Intel or
I've mostly
AMD?
had dogs. Probably AMD going forward.
Tea versus coffee.
Definitely tea, sweet tea specifically.
Rain or sunshine?
Rain.
Cars or guns?
Guns.
Guns? Do you own any guns?
Several.
Several. Do you want to elaborate on that one a bit?
Yeah, I have a bunch of shotguns.
We can't. Well, I mean, we can't really show any guns on stream. We can if they're unloaded and like it's just a whole like rabbit hole we don't really want to get into at this time.
It's not against TOS, but yes, it's kind of it could be
It's
a
a
slippery slope.
very grey area.
But I have several shotguns. I used to shoot trap and skeet as like for fun, essentially.
Pool.
Yeah, exactly. I
Clay ducks.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have a couple handguns. I have a Glock 19 and a Glock 43X. And then I have a couple like old school like rifles that I like grew up with. So I have like an old single round bolt action like 22, which is like ancient, but it's like one of my favorite ones.
Red Wolf has a America question for you.
Skill 23. Yeah, kinda. It's a smaller one. Like I like the Glock 19. I'm eventually going to be getting my concealed carry license. So the 43X is just a smaller carry essentially. So that's the one I'm going to be using as a conceal or a daily carry, I guess. And that's kind of why I went with that. It still has a 10-round mag base, and then it's the X. I think it's a little bit. God, what was the difference? Yeah, I think the X had the standard grip, but the slide's different. I think that's it, yes.
Oh yeah, by the way, Red Wolf is husbando.
Ah, that's what's better.
Yeah. Yeah. So from a bit before, we've got night owl or morning person, or are you in between?
Definitely night owl.
Night owl. Same
in
as me. Favorite holiday, if you do have one.
Somewhere between Halloween and Christmas. Christmas because I like getting presents because I'm greedy in capitalist America. Halloween just because I like everyone dressing up in costumes and whatnot. So yeah, I'd probably say overall Halloween, then Christmas, then Thanksgiving.
That one was just a bit too far, 6, so you can stick out those 600 seconds. Right, so what we got? Favorite band or song? That's a good one. Actually, no, I want to hear both. Favorite top 3 bands.
Ooh, all right. Top 3 bands currently. Obviously, it changes. Beartooth is one of my top ones.
Mm-hmm.
Pink Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
And AC/DC.
Okay, and top 2 songs at the minute.
Top 2 songs. Disease by Beartooth.
Mm-hmm. That's a solid
And
one.
then, yeah. And Gas, Gas, Gas by Manual.
The fucking course. Right. Favorite instrument and why? That one's an interesting one. That's a bit of a like out of left field one, but let's roll with it.
Yeah. So I don't play instruments. I guess as a starter, but I would have to say drums would probably be my favorite instrument. I've been to a lot of concerts. Drums kind of, I mean, they're the rhythm, and I can respect a good drummer. Not to say that any other instrument's not as good or anything like that, but it's like,
Are you guitar shaming me?
no.
Yeah, no. The drummers are definitely one of the people that has most fun on stage.
Yeah, absolutely.
I kind of agree with that. I wouldn't do it personally, just out of I don't have that kind of time to sink into another thing on top of everything else.
Right.
But they do, like, honestly, I can respect a good drummer. Do you have, like, on the talent side, because we're talking about instruments and if you play any, do you have any hidden talents, like just a random party trick that you can do that might like be a bit weird to people, or?
Not that I can think of. Like the only parlor trick I have is pretty much just falling asleep pretty much anywhere at any time. Yeah, I'm secretly 3 otters in a giant person suit.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Yeah, exactly.
Before we get to that one, what's the most random skill you have? Like, it could be dancing a specific, like R&B or ballroom dancing or some shit, or like you can balance like a sword on your hand, like shit like that. What's the most random skill you do have?
Oh, jeez. I couldn't tell you, honestly. Not on the spot, but yeah, I don't know. Pass.
Pass. Okay, so do you play any card games like Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh? And if so, what was the best cards you got and or the best card game?
So I used to collect like way back in the day when I was just little.
Pokemon cards.
Pokemon cards, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
I still have my collection too. And then that went on to Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I stopped that a long time ago though.
Wasn't there like a Yu-Gi-Oh ambulance van card thing at some point? I remember specifically that one for some reason.
Probably. I have no idea. do have Magic. I used to have a lot more, but I just went down to one Commander deck. If everyone who knows Magic knows what that is. And I just have an Arcades deck because it was super cheap and it's pretty fun to play.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But favorite one out of all of them, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering.
As far as just specifically card games go, I'd probably say Magic. If it had to do like with the stuff behind it, then probably Pokemon.
Okay. I do apologise if you do hear dogs in the background. They're just going absolutely insane.
You don't have to apologize for puppers.
There they are. Yeah, no, I get that, Cookies. I'm just trying to think now. We've had some solid questions so far.
Yep.
Bit random ones, but that's always good. That's always good. Is there any games apart from Call of Duty that you're looking forward to in the next coming year that you definitely want to play, either off stream or on stream?
I honestly need to look at some of the timelines for games coming up. Definitely, like you said, Call of Duty is definitely one of them. As I mentioned previously, the Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles re-release on Switch, and then some of that also has to do with content that comes out for existing games. So I play Smash Brothers every once in a while. So as characters come out, I usually hop back in and play that for a while. Like I said, I need to double check stuff when it comes out later this year and next year. But that's kind of all I have my sights set on for right now.
What's that random doxing question, Jan? Oh no. Let's go with Cookies first. Favorite comedian, if you have one.
So currently, my favorite comedian would be John Mulaney. I actually got to see him in Indianapolis. A buddy of mine, we went and seen him in person, and that was a good show. That was my first comedy show.
Okay. Ready for another lightning round?
Oh yeah, here we go.
Jedi or Sith?
Jedi.
Alliance or Horde?
Alliance.
Cake or pie?
Pie.
Ketchup or mayo?
Ketchup, obviously.
Mustard or barbecue?
Barbecue.
Pizza or pasta?
Pizza.
Okay. Tie or bow tie?
Tie.
Controller or mouse or keyboard and mouse or controller?
Controller, honestly.
Okay. Wanking. Left, right?
Right, left if there's a stranger in the room.
Okay. Burger King or KFC?
Actually, fun fact, the town that I'm in has the original Burger King. It's the one that's not franchised, and it was created and won a court case a long time ago that we can't have a franchised Burger King within, I believe it's 45 miles of the town I'm in.
Damn.
So I guess if people do research, you can find me, but come at me. But yeah, so we actually have the original Burger King in my home or near my hometown. So that's a fun little quirky fact, I guess. Small town life.
Yeah.
But I am kind of a sucker for really all three of those. Fast food in general is a vice of mine. Food's good.
No, stop trying. Okay, stop trying to redeem Narwhal.
All right, Esbando. Just if we're going to get a little bit more in detail here.
Ooh.
Yes, Jedi are evil. I like the Sith, but they're too emotional.
Too
Alliance is just better. At any point, they could destroy the Horde. It's just kind of for show that is going on. And ketchup is the absolute best thing in life, especially compared to mayo. Mayo's disgusting. Hot takes.
So, like calling back to about 45 minutes ago, you said you played World of Warcraft on your stream, which I do know, but I'm just calling back to the earlier point in the interview. What did you think of the Warcraft movie?
I actually didn't see it.
You didn't?
I knew it would make me sad.
How's that?
Because I knew it wasn't going to be anything close to the lore.
See, I've never played World of Warcraft, so it was a bit different for me. I personally went to see it just like thinking, well, it's a game movie. Game movies, track records haven't been good, so I'm not going to expect it to be anything to do with, like, I'm going to expect it to be like lightly based off of game lore and all that shit. Obviously, I haven't played World of Warcraft before, so it's a bit of a more foreign object to me, but I just went in it with it's based off of World of Warcraft, so it's not like, if it's not 100% faithful to it, it's not really a big deal. And like as a movie, it's actually all right, and that I know is going to anger a lot of people. But as a movie, prospectively, if you're not going into it thinking, "Oh, this is a World of Warcraft movie," no, it is. There's a reason it's not called World of Warcraft the movie. It's called Warcraft the movie. Warcraft.
Well, I mean, the game was traditionally called Warcraft. World of Warcraft was just when it became a
but like the name of it as a whole is known as World of Warcraft. If you get what I'm saying.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, all the lore and stuff was done a lot better in the standard Warcraft games. World of Warcraft actually deviated a lot from what it kind of was originally, and that's a whole different story. But I think it would have been a fine movie by itself. Like, it would have been just a normal fantasy whatever. But since they are going to slap that name onto it,
but they kind of had to, because like if you're going to make a fantasy film about that, you kind of have to get officially licensed and slap that title on it.
If you're going to slap that title on it, then you have to be open to criticism from the fans of that.
Yes, no, I'm not saying I'm not giving it like the free pass. I'm just saying, like, if you really do want to see it, then go. Yeah. Like, this is like, I'm not preaching to the gospel here, because this movie is like, in movie years, this is quite old now. But if you haven't seen it already, I would recommend watching it, but watching it from a different perspective, especially if you are a World of Warcraft player. Just sit down, watch it with an open mind, and just sort of think of it, it's just another fantasy movie with elements taken from inspiration of the World of Warcraft game.
Yeah, I like I said, I'm pretty easygoing when it comes to movies. That was the reason I just didn't go and see it in theaters, and it's not really just come up as a chance to watch it since then. If I sat down and watched it, I'm sure I'd enjoy it. I don't have any problems with that. I just haven't seen it yet, I guess.
Yeah. That's a good question. Any pet peeves? Whether you're in real life or when you're online gaming with your best buds.
Some pet peeves I have. I don't have a ton. I think one that everyone has is people that chew with their mouth open. Like,
not me.
We're not savages. Like, just close your mouth.
Mm-hmm. Completely 100% agree.
And I absolutely despise if someone tries to call me or text me, and then I try to call or text them back, and then they don't respond. It drives me up a wall.
Yeah, no, yeah, I can 100% get behind you on those.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put you through a situation, right?
All right.
You rock up to a bar. You see like as you walk in, you grab a drink. You see a girl you like, right?
Okay.
What's like instant, like no, I will not approach this person at all. Whether it be male or female or whatever, a person of interest.
Okay. So basically, if I'm walking into a situation, I see someone that may be
That
may
piques
be
your
my
interest, not necessarily in a sexual or like goal way. You just somewhat a person of interest.
Right. Something that would.
Yeah, like an
instantly
instant
trigger-
deal breaker.
I guess there's a few kind of strange examples that I can think of. If it were going to be like a more like, I guess there's a few different categories. If it's going to be in a more like a romantic light, I don't really care for smoking like cigarettes and stuff personally. So like that would probably turn me away. Just the smoke itself and some like background stuff with like family and whatnot. I don't really care like if I was at a place where everyone's just like screaming. Like I don't really care for being around like people who are crazy about sports. Like I don't mind watching sports now and then, but people who go like way too far into it,
Welcome to America.
yeah. So I don't know. I guess that's
So
a couple weird examples.
I'm gonna
but
take from that you weren't big into the beer butt chugging scene.
the what?
The beer butt chugging scene.
No.
I thought you were gonna be ready for that sort of thing, man.
No. I generally get along with people pretty well. And yeah, I don't know what the beer butt chugging thing is. I have no idea.
It's like out of fucking out of Jackass and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna throw you a few curveballs now and again.
All right.
Keep you on your toes. Yeah, yes, exactly, Jan. That is exactly what it is. No, you cannot. No, stop trying. It's not going to work. Speaking of, well, coming back to the favourites topic earlier, what would be the most interesting or your favourite TV show / film?
Well, if we're doing slash film, that changes it. But
Well, TV show. Go.
all right. Favorite TV show of all time is MASH. So old.
Oh, I know exactly what you're on about.
Yep. I used to watch that with my dad, like
Hell yeah.
late night for school nights.
Fuck
but
yeah.
I
You know
haven't-
that originally originated on British radio, right?
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
No, I believe it, but I know like they had the original pilot episode. They had the movie, which they're like, and then it turned into the TV series. And I watched the shit out of that. I have every season on DVD.
Okay, and film?
Film favorite movie is probably Saving Private Ryan.
Solid film. Solid film. Marvel or DC? It obviously is.
Yeah, now it is. That's even a question there. I don't know. I go probably with Marvel, especially with like the movies nowadays. It's been a lot more like the DC movies have not been that great. I like both of them pretty well equally. DC is traditionally more uh, serious, I guess. Marvel, I would say less so.
I don't know, but I approve of that message. Moving on. Yeah, so Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Okay, I don't know, man.
Daddy.
I don't know. Thanks for the follow, Anime God. Much appreciated. Welcome to the family. But what kind of like? I see you've got Xbox games there, and an Xbox right there. Yes.
Yep.
What would be the most used disc in that pile? If you went to grab them right now, what would be the most used disc?
It's probably somewhere between Siege and
Oh no! You play Siege on the Xbox.
that's what I originally got it for.
You
That was before I had my PC
Poor,
up and going.
poor man. You poor man. I feel you, brother.
Yeah, played a shit ton of that, and then probably BioShock.
Uh-huh. Fair enough. Which BioShock?
I have all three.
See, I've only played through the first one. The second one just kind of,
The second one was cool because you got to be a big daddy, but
yeah, no, I get that, but it didn't like really grab my attention much more than that.
yeah, third one was solid though.
Books or movies, beer or wine? Books or movies?
Movies. I
Mm.
do like books though.
Yes. Favorite book actually.
Mm,
Most recommended. If you don't have a favorite.
Most recommended. I would recommend if you're like more like kind of a light fantasy style, the Dresden Files, that series,
Okay.
really good.
Beer or wine?
Wine. I don't really care for beer, honestly.
I suddenly like you a bit less after that comment.
Yeah, if I'm going to drink, I'm going to drink something hard.
We're not having this conversation right now, Jan.
I just now realized how loaded a question that was.
Yes, it was either Jan or me,
Yeah.
and you chose yes. Anyway, cookies. Is there anything that you just naturally boycott, but don't make it out as a big deal? What do you even answer to that? Like I don't even know. What do you mean naturally boycott? How do you naturally boycott something?
Like if you like avoid something, but I don't know. I don't know. I would say that question gets kind of for me, it leads to more political stuff, which I'd rather not get into. But, like being in America, I'm pretty sure everyone can assume how things are. So, yeah, I try not to follow that. Yeah, like Chick-fil-A, things like that.
Like Chick-fil-A. Might just
Chick-fil-A.
be
Chick-fil-A has a big thing. Has their corporate structure, like their owners are very like anti gay stuff,
Oh,
so.
okay, yeah, know that.
Yeah.
See, that's where I kind of sort of just be like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Where like it's more of a they own a company, like they've got they're their own person. They might own a company, but who fucking cares at the end of the day? Like they're not out there doing malicious shit. They're just voicing their opinion, and that should not affect how you view their company unless they're out there representing the company.
Well, I mean, they are the owner of the company, and that one in particular, I believe that they spend funding to prevent like a bunch of like anti stuff like that. I can't think of the term right now, but their structure at the top is not great if you're part of that, if you like that kind of like LGBTQ community. We don't really have that many Chick-fil-A's around where I'm at, like in my town, so I don't really have to worry about anything like that. But
Yeah,
I understand where people are coming from with that kind of stuff.
I'm just of the opinion of more of a, does it affect the product? Do you enjoy the product? Yes? No? Well then, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I get it.
At the end of the day, if it doesn't affect the service, the product, and your enjoyment out of it, why make a big fuss?
Yeah, like there's two different ways to look at it. Like, I assume pretty much anyone who's working there, like at their restaurant, they don't give two shits. They're just trying to make a paycheck. Like, I worked fast food for a while. Like, I get that. Like,
yeah,
if someone came up to me like and started a big deal about it, like, look, I'm just trying to get paid. Like, I don't give two shits. But
do you want to see my boss? That ain't my job.
yeah, I ain't getting paid for this. But just as like a form of civil protest, like if you don't like how someone does something like that runs a business, then it's your right to.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying people can't boycott. Like, I understand the art and the form of all the boycotting. It's just like at the end of the day, why?
Yeah.
Like, if you're not actually gonna actively boycott and stick to it, why make a fuss out of it? To then next week go stuff your face in their restaurant anyway.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do it, then you need to go full tilt and not ever do it again. Yeah, I agree with that.
And research it and know their subsidiary companies, and then you're just like, well, fuck, they own half my favorite shit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I mean, it's one thing to be like a keyboard warrior for a weekend, saying like, I ain't going to do this, and you post social media.
Yeah, no, I think it's important to differentiate. Like, I'm not saying people can't. I'm just saying stick to what you're saying, man.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's kind of where he was coming out with like the naturally boycott, but don't make a big deal out of it. Like, you don't post about it for likes and shit.
Yeah.
Like, so that's a decent question. That's a deep one.
Got us off on one. If cartoon physics suddenly replaced real physics, what are some things you would try?
I would paint a road on the side of like a rock wall and then walk through that road.
The tunnel trip.
Yep.
Oh my god. I'd like to try and get blown up by dynamite. I think that would be my go-to.
Drop a piano on someone. And then
That's a good one.
automatically die.
Yeah.
Or an anvil.
And just like.
Yeah. Any of the fine Acme products as shown in many cartoons.
He's already been asked that question, but cake or pie?
Pie.
What kind of pie?
I'll give you a top 3.
Okay.
My mom makes strawberry pie, which is probably my favorite.
Okay.
But that's also because like homemade and whatnot.
Obviously.
My aunt makes a peanut butter pie, which is amazing. And then last one would probably be just a traditional American apple pie.
Why not? I just remembered one of my questions from earlier that just completely went out of my brain for some reason. What is the most random, like weirdest comment, no matter how good or negative it is, weirdest comment or like mention or whatever it is that like impacts you? Well, not impacts. That involves you, like in Twitch chat, on Twitter, on Facebook. What's the weirdest thing that you've ever received or been tagged in or?
Oh, so Twitter, I'm pretty new to, so I don't really have much interactions on there. So that would kind of be voided out on that.
Same.
Same thing with Twitch. Like, I generally don't chat in the rooms unless I've been watching the streamer for a while or already know others in the community. So I've not really got anything crazy like that. I mean, back when I used to game a lot on like Xbox, like I've gotten a bunch of weird messages from people getting pissy at games, things like that. So I guess so one of those would probably be, I don't know specifically what was said anymore, obviously, but yeah, I've gotten some pretty out there messages from people on Xbox.
Okay, how about I just narrow it down to the streaming on Twitch?
I've been pretty lucky.
Not necessarily in your channel or towards you, just in general. What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen said in a Twitch chat?
I don't know. There's some pretty weird stuff.
Hopefully, most of it was in mine.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, one thing I guess that I didn't realize, and that was originating from your chat, was the whole strudely noodles.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, that's going to be up there. I didn't know
the fabled
basis behind that.
We originally made that command without actually looking into what it was. We were just like, it sounds really nice to the ears, doesn't it? Like, do you want to strudel my noodle? And holy shit, it's spoiler lurking. Hello, if you're actually there. I don't want to call you out, but hello.
Noodles now mine.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that would probably be one of them. And I mean, there's just a bunch of dumb people on the internet, and Twitch is no exception to that. So, yeah, I don't really have a more specific example.
Okay, out of all the gifts you've received, that's so that fucks with my brain a bit. Received, which do you think will last your? I'm gonna need you to rephrase that question, Cookies, because that is absolutely terrible.
Out of the gifts you received, which will you think will last yourself the longest, or that I'll remember?
Yeah, no, I get that, but it's just the way he's written it is just absolutely terrible. Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
So that's actually a pretty easy one. The item itself would actually be this necklace I have. I got that. Oh, it's probably been 6 or more years ago, I would say. I got it for Christmas from my mom. And I live close to my mom, like she's just the next town over, my parents and everything. But I've worn it pretty much every day since I got it. So it's just kind of become a thing.
Okay. If money wasn't an issue, where would you travel to?
I would love to do a lot of traveling. I've not been out of the States yet. Luckily I got a lot of traveling coming up this next year. But if money wasn't an issue, I'd love to go to New Zealand. I'd love to go to Ireland. And just Europe in general. I'd like to see. I actually kind of like kind of ancient history, so I'm a big fan of. I'd love to see like the Parthenon, Colosseum, things like that. Like, kind of touristy stuff, but stuff that I would still like to see.
Okay, fair enough. And along the same lines, if money wasn't an issue, what the fuck would you do? What would you be the first thing you did? Apart from buy a shit ton of ketchup.
Yeah, if money wasn't an issue, then I feel like my life would, well, everyone's life would be drastically changed if money wasn't an issue. Like, that's not even difficult to say.
Yep.
They say money can't buy happiness, but it's a lot harder to cry when you're inside a new car.
Money can't buy happiness, but it can relieve you temporarily from depression.
Yeah, and at the very least, it can make you so you're not stressed out about money, which
which is another load off your shoulders.
Yeah, money wouldn't hurt. So yeah, I definitely would say that I wouldn't have a job. I'd probably invest a lot of it, so I always had some of it coming in.
Smart man.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. Like I wouldn't buy a big ass mansion or do anything like that. I don't mind having a pretty, like, live within my means kind of way. Like, if it's infinite money, then yeah, sure, I'll buy the world, whatever. But like, if I just got a bunch,
where do I go if I want to purchase the world?
Yeah,
the planet Earth.
So yeah, I guess that'd be my answer for that. How do you not have a taco?
I just like cookies. If you've never had a taco, go onto YouTube, watch in its entirety and listen to, like, right now, I don't give a shit. Right now, go onto YouTube, watch and listen to It's Raining Tacos. And tell me after that you do not want a taco.
Did you grow up in like a fucking, like, an island? Like,
well, yes, welcome to England. England.
You don't have tacos in England?
England is an island. I mean, I'm sure we do, but to be fair, I don't really see them either. So.
Well, I'm not saying like there's gonna be fucking just taco stands on every street corner.
We're more of a drunk kebab nation.
Fish and chips.
Yes, exactly. We don't really see, like, apart from the odd food stand in London, we don't really get places that will do decent tacos, and the ones you will, like, just randomly do tacos, yeah, you don't want them. You really don't want them at all. They're worse than kebabs.
Yeah. If I ever go to England, though, I'm gonna need you to recommend me to the best fish and chips place.
Oh, no. In England, there is no best fish and chip place. The best fish and chips place you can get is in a random town. Not London, not Manchester, not Birmingham. None of the big cities. Just go to a random town. Yeah.
Just like
so come to my house, and I'll take you down the local. The local is always the best fish and chip shop you can get.
Alright, I'll take your word for it. Only if they have ketchup, though.
Oh, no, they have all the ketchup, all the brown sauce, all the vinegar. But you need to have vinegar. That is a must-have.
Deal breaker.
No. You have not tasted fish and chips until you've had English vinegar and salt on your fish and chips. On your battered cod. It has to be cod as well. Otherwise, it doesn't count.
Cod's fine. I'm not having vinegar.
You have to. It's like...
I'll give you this. If I come to England, if I fucking come to your town, and if I go to this fucking place that you recommend,
Uh-huh.
I will try it.
No,
with
I'm not
vinegar.
saying I'm not saying you have to have an insane amount of vinegar. I know a lot of English people do have an insane amount of vinegar on it. Just you have to have some at least.
I will try it, but I'm not
Okay.
going to douse the whole fucking thing.
No.
and be like,
Obviously,
and it's
obviously.
Okay. Because vinegar is a big thing around here too, especially with like fair food.
Oh yeah.
And I fucking hate vinegar.
No, there's just a certain taste that it gives to the fish and chips that just makes it that extra bit special.
Yeah, special, terrible.
Plus the newspaper
find out.
wrapping. It's something to do with the vinegar and the ink from the newspaper mixing. No, I'm joking.
It really just bleeds through.
Yeah, no,
Makes
no,
you
it
feel
actually doesn't. To be totally honest, it really doesn't.
I know.
Yeah, no, exactly. Cookies, like the local. Like there's like maybe like 2 locals per town, but it's still a local. It's like you'll have your local pub, but there's like 15 pubs in a city.
Right.
Everyone's gonna have their local. But anyway, this isn't an interview about me and England. This is an interview about you, your shit, and America.
Hell yeah, brother.
So tell me, what the fuck happens in your side of the pond? What if I ever come to America should I look out for? Apart from the portion size of fucking drinks.
Is that a thing? Like portion sizes of drinks are
Insane, apparently.
Huh, alright. I don't know, like
Let's say this is a can of Monster, right? Yeah.
okay.
This is like a pint glass. This would be
Okay.
considered a large, right? A large drink, a large soft drink, or soda for you guys.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's like a medium where we're from.
See, that's
Okay,
a large motherfucker.
Fair enough. Yeah. Larges here are like 48 ounces.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I didn't realize that. Like where I live, I'm in kind of like a central location within Illinois. So I have the benefit of going I'm like 3 hours or so from Chicago. I'm close to St. Louis, close to Indianapolis. So, I don't know. America has its issues, obviously, like every country does.
America. Fuck yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of stuff that you can do. Like, we do have a lot of freedom. So, like, you want to come shoot guns? Like, I know that's something like a lot of other countries don't have that that freedom to do so. So, I mean, that's something that's fun to do. You can like find a friend who has some, like myself, or you can go to like there's tons of gun ranges where you can just pick a gun.
Oh
off the
no,
wall.
don't worry. If I ever do actually do a massive sellout stream and manage to get enough to go to America for like a trip, like I'm not just on about a holiday, I'm on about a trip. Then I would definitely first stop would be 1 your place and 2 you with a gun.
Oh yeah, we'll make it happen.
Like I want to experience guns.
Yeah, oh they're fun. Obviously you got to be careful with them and
Yeah.
all that jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jane, you're welcome to come in.
Oh hell yeah, Jan. I want to shoot guns with a sexy otter and a motherfucking midget. Okay, alcoholic midget. Sorry.
Yikes. But yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of stuff. Like, we do have apparently a variety of foods that other people don't.
A
so-
variety of foods.
Mhm.
You mean deep fry every fucking thing on planet Earth?
Absolutely. Most of that shit though is in Texas, and thankfully we're not in Texas. Don't go to Texas.
I want to go to Texas.
You don't want to go to Texas.
I do.
No.
I really do. Just to experience the stereotypical Texas.
It's miserable there. It's so hot. I hate it.
You obviously haven't lived in the south of Spain during full heat wave temperatures of summer in a school bus on a school trip in like 45-degree weather full of 40 students and like 5 teachers
45 degrees. That's actually really cold.
outside Celsius.
Oh, Celsius. Yeah, no. See, in America we use Fahrenheit, so you're gonna have to clarify.
Yeah, welcome to the rest of the world.
Look, just because we figured out how to do it better, you guys just need to catch up with us.
Now that you've said that, I need to go to Texas.
Yeah, heavy emphasis on the better, quote
Better.
unquote. Yeah.
I'm just gonna stare at you like this now. Better.
You have beautiful eyes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff to do, like things that like we would probably consider to be kind of mundane, like would be probably pretty interesting. And also like I'm not a huge fan of big cities. It depends on the city, really, I guess. But
I'll take you
it's
to my big city.
Oh,
Anyway, you were saying.
but yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth seeing. Like, especially like if that were to ever happen, like I would do what I could to show you around. My town itself is pretty fucking boring. Like, to be honest, like I said, we're surrounded by.
Well, I
cornfields and
mean, for a Brit, it's just like Americans. It's like a different fucking species. And you're just like, oh fuck, the redcoats are coming. Hide the tea! Hide the tea in the port!
damn lobster backs.
That's definitely something we need to do, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Metric and Celsius is the only kilometers. Yes, I do agree. Yes, the only logical way. See, Ella is on my side.
I don't know.
What do you mean? No.
All right, look. Celsius, Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit sounds cooler, therefore it's better.
It might do, but I'm sorry. What's the boiling point and the freezing point of water in Fahrenheit?
Hot and cold.
Hot
32.
and cold.
Yeah, 32 is freezing.
32 is the freezing point where it starts to freeze.
Yep.
How in any world of logic does that make logical, coherent sense?
Because if you know that you're at 0 degrees or below 0, then you fucked up and you don't need to go outside. 32 is the warning point.
No, like in the rest of the world, it's 0. It's like your go-to point of it's fucking chilly outside. Don't go out and freeze your nips off. And if you do, be sure to be prepared because anything under 0 is fucked. And then you're sort of just like at 100, where it's the boiling point where water turns to gas. And you're just like, do not touch that, otherwise you will fucking burn your tits. Okay?
Yeah. No.
0, 100.
Honestly, like I'll.
That's That's where the expression, it went from 0 to 100 in... Like that.
Yeah. No, like, I definitely agree. Like, it's... I don't know why they went their separate ways.
212 is boiling point?
Yeah. Like, it kind of sucks because, like, that's what we know. It's not we're taught and everything. But if you go literally anywhere else, then you're kind of screwed. Measurements, temperature, distance, even, like, all that shit's wonky.
See, no, I see. I grew up, like, without making this, like, daddy interview. Growing up in Europe, I learnt the meters and Celsius. England's a bit more fucked up, where they shouldn't be, because it's miles, inches, feet, and all that jazz. Whereas, like, Europe as a whole mostly uses just centimeters, meters, kilometers. It's not hard.
So wait, England does, like, inches, feet, and
Yeah.
yards and all that? Huh, I actually didn't realize that.
Yeah. Empirical.
Good.
Empirical system. It's imperial. Jan, where did you think you got it from?
Well, if that's the case, then fuck, it's your guys' fault.
hey, I grew up in Europe. I've got an excuse, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just grabbing at straws. You might have started it for all I know.
I'm pretty sure we did, but
I don't. Either way, I don't really give a fuck. It's shit.
Well, from an American standpoint, I'm happy that it's spreading.
The only thing, I'll be on the same side as you. Well, that's fucking depressing, isn't it?
Say what? Sorry, I was reading.
No, just Ella's comment.
Oh, yeah.
We're still friends, right? Nope.
After that whole colonial dust up.
I mean, have you seen how small our nation is? Wait, you're fucked. No, let's take a moment to admire how the tiny fucking country of England managed to colonize pretty much most of the modern world.
Shit.
Like,
Yeah.
Australia, that was like Australia, the thriving continent of Australia was just our prisoners.
Yeah.
That's all you have to say. It's like that was
They have to be
that was just our
prisoners
prisoners.
there. Yeah, I don't know. You wanted to talk about impressive? How about like fucking Genghis Khan, who ruled pretty much most of the known world, or
Yeah, that
someone
was
who actually-
that was when people were poking each other with sticks, riding on horseback, like with no protection at all for their groin. There was a slight overpopulation problem because there weren't enough crops because they couldn't grow enough because their technology at the time sucked. And when I say technology, I do mean agriculture technology, not like technology. So it wasn't, and everyone was dying from multiple variable diseases. Again, medical technology. So it wasn't really, in comparison, it wasn't really too hard.
the hell it was, and they went across the whole goddamn world on just horses.
Wow, I mean,
Britain had a good navy, I'll give you that. But I mean, pretty much like that's pretty much all you got going for you.
what's the weirdest fun fact that I know? The Arc de Triomphe in Paris has 364 steps to get to the top.
Huh.
Oh, it's very close to that number because when I was small and visited the Arc de Triomphe, I sat there and counted every single little one. I might be off by a few, but it should be around that number.
Well, that's not a fact if you don't know for sure.
Well, let me look it up then, you little slag.
Oh, you don't know it if you're looking it up either. Weirdest fun fact.
It's actually a pretty Googled search as well. 284.
We're even fucking close.
I was small, okay? It's been a long time. Leave me alone.
Oh shit, that's good. I can't think of a fun fact right now.
At least I came up with one, even though it wasn't true.
You fucking
I
made it up.
tried, okay? Weirdest fun fact. Fish jizz out of their mouth?
Also not true.
No, they do. I can tell you that for a fact. Fish jizz out of their mouth. It's the weirdest thing to watch. I would not recommend looking it up. Just look up how fish reproduce. That's all you need to Google.
Jan, I'm gonna leave that one to you to research.
Fact check it. Fact check it. I know that one's true for like 100%.
I'm expecting a document on my desk by Monday. I guess like platypuses are fucking weird. They have bills, they lay eggs, and they also have.
This is when she comes back and goes, "He was goddamn right."
Poison back feet. So
yeah, no, they are very fucked. I do agree.
But they're kind of like little water puppies, so I'd take one.
It must be a bitch to maintain, though.
Oh yeah, I mean it definitely can. Definitely
what if you had multiple
supposed.
multiple platypuses? What would that be? Platypi?
Platypusi.
It's a good question, actually. What's the plural of platypus?
Or platypus.
Yeah, is it a gaggle of platypus? So, Jan, did you actually fact check that, please?
I guess one fun fact, like with otters, a group of them is called a romp of otters.
I know.
That's the name of my thing.
That's where I discovered it from. I'm like, why the fuck is this man named his Discord The Romp?
Romp around, man.
So a group of otters is called a romp.
Yep. There's a few other, like, names and whatever, but that's the best one.
That's actually quite cool. And also extremely fucking creepy. I'm just imagining like little pods, just giant spots developing on their back, just.
Yeah, no. What Bo just said, it's fucking it's crazy.
Yeah.
Because then they have like fucking holes in their back and shit.
Fuck
like,
that.
Yeah, it's like giant fucking.
Like you just imagine like a male frog just humping holes in the back.
You're not even in. Oh baby, where I'm going, we don't need holes.
Just spread it in. Superman that hoe, quite literally.
Yeah, thank you for that mental image of those fucking.
Yes. The frogs might in fact be turning homosexual.
Some people.
Mustard doesn't expire. Well, neither does any alcohol above the percentage of 38, I think it is, or 40, like something around that.
Sorry, my cat's attacking me now. It's about that time of day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hurt
Yes.
my taste buds.
Yes. Your mouth, like your tongue, redevelops every 3 days. As well. Like, you know when you sip coffee and you burn your tongue and it's burnt for a couple of days? Yeah. It's like over the process of like a 3-day period, most of your tongue will have like reformed. Like skin shedding, basically.
My 3 favorite organs.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Very nice, very nice. No shit. Yes, that is. Next, you're going to tell me that the powerhouse of the cell.
The mitochondria.
Exactly. Come on, Jan. Oh, right. I think that's pretty much everything we could cover.
Alright.
Unless you can think of anything else that you want to delve a bit into, either with me or just on your own. Like any strange stories from your life, or no pressure. Just if one pops to head like randomly, something you want to talk
I
about.
guess some random facts about me. I've broken 7 bones over my life.
Damn. Quite a few.
I've done a bunch of shit. Like I used to race dirt bikes, drag race, shoot guns, play games. I've been to I've seen probably over at this point 60 bands in concert. First band I ever seen was AC/DC in Chicago, and that was amazing. And favorite ice cream is vanilla because I'm a basic bitch.
Basic ass bitch, hell yeah! Join the club.
Mm-hmm.
All the bitches want to be basic like me.
I'm watching my cat now in the background.
So am I. You called? The human has signaled.
We're going in. Oh, Jesus.
Fucking hell! Oh my god! It's like out of a fucking horror film. It's like,
she's something, alright.
fucking hell, man. That's.
Yeah, I have to deal with this Hellcat every day.
I think that pretty much sums it up.
Alright, man.
2 hours 12. Not bad, not bad. Any parting words would you like to share? Like just any general life knowledge, or any social medias or all that jazz?
Yeah, you can check me out at my normal stuff. If you want to know what you'll find.
My normal stuff, like his Twitch account. From there you can find his Twitter.
Yep. Some words of advice real quick, I guess. Live life to its fullest. You only got one life. Eat food when you want. And spay and neuter your pets. Pretty much everything you need to know.
Hell yeah. And also, drop otterly a fucking motherfucking follow. Awesome dude. Awesome dude. This dude right here, fucking amazing lad. Great streams as well. Fun time.
Yeah, thank you for setting up this up. Interview is fun, and as well as having
terribly organised
streamer of the month.
Yes, who will now be relinquished to someone else as soon as the admins of the Discord server, who are who appear once in a blue moon will decide. So you're
Council
still
will convene.
yes, the council will convene in like fuck knows when, and well, you'll hold the title until then. So we'll see.
Cool. Sounds good.
Well, I do apologize. It was such like fucking random shit, but
Oh man, it's good.
anyway, right. So we shall end the stream there. I'm gonna let Otterly go off and do whatever the fuck he wants now. We might, if he wants to, might be back in a bit playing some games. I will definitely be live again today, so watch out for that. But anyway, thank you for joining us, Otterly. It was fun having you. Love your face. Now what do? You sit and drink wine whilst you wait for me to come back. But yeah, no, it was. I always love playing with you, man. It's honestly great one to have you on the channel, and obviously learning a bit more about you, even though I already knew most of the stuff. But it's good to share you with the community and just sort of shed a spotlight on some of the. Although you are smaller, just some of more, I guess I want to say homies, and just in a more like personal and close manner. Just instead of like, because you've obviously got hosting, but this is more of a sit down, like grab a boomer juice and get to know you.
Right. No, for sure, and especially like with like I mentioned earlier, with kind of formerly Scav with an M4, Sensei Scav, like
Formerly with an M4, as we have
formerly.
now noted him.
Like that's where we kind of met, just on that stream, doing just a bid war of bits and trying to get him killed and kill others.
Yes, with my massive big dick rolling, but you know.
Yeah. So like that's something where like I mean you've definitely been one of the closest people that I've met from Twitch. So it's very cool.
Well, I'll be back stream. Have a good one until then. Say goodbye, Otterly.
Goodbye, Otterly.
Fuck's sake. Penis!